says, no audio stream. Just playing for a bit.
I'm almost getting used to seeing you on your feet again. Almost.
It's an odd change of pace, but you're going to have to protect that Hydra equipment rather than destroy it. Don't waste any time. Take them out before they can do any serious damage.
Shouldn't take too long. guys just give up now?
Your fate is sealed. Weak, even for Hydra.
I'm going for it.
Hydra's in control of the situation.
Big mistake.
What's this happening?
I hope you're feeling strong today, because you're going to have to deal with one of the Fallen.
medical plan can cover the beating we're about to put on you.
First you die, then we eat. Tasty human.
Damn, I can't believe I'm actually...
We stand with the mother.
I think they're all expecting us to go mano a mano on this one. Here we go again. Just the boost I needed. I'm on it. Anybody else feel that? Take that!
Leave some for the rest of us.
Don't tire yourself out now.
too bad you couldn't meet my new team under better circumstances, Eddie.
Now that was something.
Coming at you. You must be pretty brave. I know I wouldn't want to fight us.
You will suffer for that. It will peel back your flesh.
Wow, you really bulked up, Eddie.
Lilith would be embarrassed by your weakness.
You ever get deja vu, Eddie? I feel like we do this a lot.
You had your chance to escape.
Pain only makes us hungrier.
The light will heal you.
Do I want to know what was in that?
You have earned this.
Good one.
You can't escape her wrath. Soon we eat.
Key 1989 says, hey. How has this VrKingdom says,
They
mostly
need to
relaxing.
shift our tactics.
Marie Idaki 1989 says, I'm glad smiling face with smiling eyes. Marie Idaki 1989 says, did I miss anything interesting? Marie Idaki 1989 says, I wanna see some fire AMD explosions LOL.
You're lucky to still be breathing. Move with me!
Marie Idaki 1989 says, okay, that was cool.
It seemed Lilith chose poorly.
Marie Idaki 1989 says, so how was Appleseed movie from earlier? VrKingdom says, awful.
Enemy has the upper hand.
Does someone feel a breeze?
Marie Idaki 1989 says, I knew it, no wonder I wasn't interested, but in the graphics. Hideki 1989 says, my day has been chill. I'm at my friend's house. I'm dog sitting for her.
It's about time.
Okay, that was awesome. I'm on it.
VrKingdom 1989 says,
So
I
that's
wanna
how
see
that
punch
works.
combo.
Looks like we've acquired some new hardware courtesy of Hydra. Good work.
Hunter, I need your help. Magic's birthday is coming up. I want to throw her a surprise party, but I can't do it.
I have no idea what that is.
Right. I bet that meant musket ambush in your time. On Magic's birthday, everyone else will hide in a room. When I lead her there, you jump out and shout, "Surprise!" Then we eat cake.
With the exception of cake, that is exactly like a musket ambush.
That's why I like you, Hunter. You're creepy, but informative.
What do you need me to do?
Nothing complicated. I don't need you to hunt special ingredients for a cake or anything like that. If you could get the other Midnight Suns on board, it would take a huge weight off my shoulders.
All right. Let me know what you want.
Still figuring out who and what I need, but I'll message you when I do. Probably tomorrow?
Sounds good.
Thanks for this. Do you have any questions?
Why the surprise? Why not a normal birthday party?
It'll be fun! All your friends showing up at once to wish you the best. Doesn't that sound fun to you?
Sounds like you really like surprise parties.
Of course! I had a few when I was younger, back when I thought I was part of a normal family.
You do not often speak about that time in your life.
Why would I want to? It was a childhood of happy memories, before my quite literally evil parents pulled the rug out from under me. But those parties... My parents weren't throwing them to appease their dark gods, they wanted me to have the happiest birthday.
where are we going to have the party?
I'm still scouting locations, but somewhere inside the Abbey. We'll make it work.
Why the surprise? Why not a normal birthday party?
I already told you, surprise party.
That is all.
I'm good if you're good. Thanks for this, Hunter. Can't wait to see the look on her face.
And so you actually slept in that thing.
That was probably a mistake. I kept having dreams that I was swallowed by Sandman. That's, actually happened, you know.
Look, man, I get it. It's not a decision to take lightly. I struggled with it for a while myself.
What changed your mind?
I guess I finally started trusting these fools. They may be a little crazy, but they're like family.
And what about your real family? Don't you worry about what could happen?
They're back in LA. Much as my kid brother Gabe would love this place, they don't know a thing. Whatever happens here never gets back there. To be honest, I don't even think we're in the same dimension.
What?
Never mind that. Point is, this is a safe place with good people. If there's anyone who can keep a secret, it's them. Sorta comes with the territory of being a midnight sun. Most of our lives weren't sunshine and candy before Caretaker recruited us. And now we've got a gigantic demonically powered pizza oven in the forge.
Excuse me, would you...
Hey man, it's okay. We can talk about something else if you want.
Yes, please stay.
Marie
Can't.
Idaki
Got something I need to do.
1989 says, it's Spider-Man.
I really thought I had him with the pizza thing.
What is it with you both and Pete?
Okay, you wanted it, you got it.
Wanted what?
I give you by popular demand, the man underneath the mask.
Peter Parker from Forest Hills. Finally ditched the spider-faced doily, Peter. We're all friends here.
VrKingdom says, put the mask. VrKingdom says, back.
After all that build-up, I hope I didn't disappoint anybody. I mean, I can't shoot laser beams, light my skull
Marie
on
Idaki
fire, or glow
1989
like the
says,
sun.
right.
Like Tony said, outside of the costume, I'm just boring old Peter Parker. I don't
VrKingdom says, why does his clothes look more detailed than his face?
If it makes you feel any better, I do not have a screen name at all.
Actually, you do. You're crushing it on Superlink, Hunter.
Oh, that. A gift from Tony. I would not want him to think me ungrateful. But, feel free to like any of my messages you find amusing. It would please, Tony, I am sure.
Speaking of, now that we took care of the giant radioactive spider elephant in the room, we might as well get to know one another. If there's anything else you're curious to know about me, ask away. I'm apparently an open book now. So what do you say, Hunter? Care to step inside?
VrKingdom says, that's not my Parker. They swapped him. Marie Idaki 1989 says,
werewolves,
I don't know but the hoodie
half-vampires,
looks
dragon
comfy.
men, but I have never encountered a Spider-Man before. There must be quite a story about how
Marie
you became
Idaki
this way.
1989 says, I agree with you, they swapped.
It's actually not the most epic story. Sort of a field trip gone wrong scenario, if you get me.
I do not.
Well, a small irradiated spider bit me while I was working up the nerve to ask Mary Jane Watson if she'd like to check out the Pym particle exhibit at the Empire State Museum. Next thing I know, the high-energy photons injected into my bloodstream started altering my genomic sequence. At first, I thought I was having an allergic reaction, and then I started climbing up the walls. I told my Aunt May it was late onset puberty. She, believed me for some reason. So, how about you? Get bit by a radioactive hunter or something?
Years of discipline and training under Caretaker's guidance forged me into the warrior I am today.
Caretaker is like your aunt, right?
Yes, sister to Lilith. She raised me when my mother fell.
Aunt May became my guardian after my parents, passed. I guess we have that in common.
I suppose we do. You do not seem like a typical Avenger.
Avenger? Me? Oh, no. Between my double major at Empire State, taking photos for the Bugle, and, the whole protecting the neighborhood thing, who has the time? Besides, they haven't asked me to join them, yet, of course. What about you? How's this whole Midnight Sun thing work? You like the captain or something?
Caretaker has always handled the strategy. I prefer a more hands-on approach.
Hey, whatever works for you. But if I'm honest, Hunter, I saw the way the others looked at you during the fight. Maybe you're more of a leader than you think.
And just how many years has there been a Spider-Verse?
Oh, you mean how long have I been doing this? A few years now. You should have seen the original suit. I'd still have it lying around the dorm somewhere.
VrKingdom says, bro-sized Spider-Verse. He knows too much. Clean_cut snappers wishkicks one I says at VrKingdom cheap viewers streambo.com, remove the space. Marie Idaki 1989 says, he does, we need to do something about it.
I learned to stop counting the years long ago. I much prefer to count the number of Lilin fallen by my hand.
Yeesh. You must have some interesting birthday parties.
This venom creature's obsession with you is strong enough to overcome my mother's call. Until now, I thought that impossible.
It's, complicated. Eddie, the guy underneath the giant oozing mouth, was a reporter with me at the Bugle a while back. I may have ruined his career by exposing a phony source of his on this big murder case. This, of course, led him to the alien symbiote that had secretly bonded with me after my original suit was trashed on Battleworld. We can talk about that little adventure later. Long story short, I thought I had eradicated the suit with a giant church bell. Before I knew it was alive, of course. Anywho, the alien symbiote decided to merge with Eddie, and the two have been hunting me down ever since. It's your basic, simple misunderstanding, right? Well, I guess every superhero needs a super nemesis. Venom is mine. Must be tough having your own mom be yours, huh?
From what Caretaker has told me, Lilith ceased being my mother the day she gave her soul to the Darkhold. The mother of demons is all that remains now.
There's some movies you and I really need to watch. Used to be a trilogy, now I've lost count. Either way, call me a romantic, but I believe there's still good in everyone. Guess that's why I have a soft spot for Eddie. And the symbiote, too. That symbiote saved my life on more than a few occasions. deep down, I know there's more than what you see on that slimy, oozing, brain-eating surface.
Thank you, Peter. I should be going. This was eye-opening.
For both of us? Gotta thank you too, Hunter. I was sort of holding back before. You know, didn't want to be a chatty Charlie. But now the floodgates are open. Let the real Peter Parker flow through! Anyway, you gotta go. I'll talk to you soon.
Of that, I have no doubt. Farewell, Peter.
Good chatting with you, Hunter.
Man, I just wish I could have brought...
I had some questions about...
Marie Idaki 1989 says, he needs to leave forever the fake Spider-Man.
What's up, Sunshine?
VrKingdom says, right.
It's nice of Hyder to provide all these free sparring partners for you.
Can't hurt to warm up on Hydra's flunkies. You've got an endless supply of practice dummies to beat on.
An ominous presence dares enter these halls? Oh, sorry, it's you. Hello, Hunter.
I need to get something off my chest.
Go for it.
I can't stand vampire movies.
Why not?
Why do you think? They take vicious killers and present them as tragic and misunderstood.
I know someone like that.
Who?
Well, I would say look in a mirror, but I do not know what you would see.
Oh no. Only one way I'd be a movie vampire.
Oh?
If I was there to kill all the other vampires.
VrKingdom says, someone's never seen
Yeah,
Marvel's
I could
Blade.
take it or leave it.
Marie Idaki 1989 says, right.
There better be a next time.
Marie Idaki 1989 says, the game needs to figure it out lol.
You are welcome to attend Ileana's surprise party.
As much as I would enjoy that, my presence unsettles those incapable of perceiving me. I'll celebrate from afar.
So you will be there in spirit?
Oh, Hunter, how I've missed your wit. When many of the Elder Gods were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay these monsters. In that sense, the two of you have had a shared purpose. Fight well, Hunter, and he may just honor you with his blessing.
They cannot possibly match your strength. You were too weak for this fight. Your mother abandoned you. Feel my call. The power of the light. I will hold the line.
Atum was unleashed and made quick work of the demons, but in the process, he became something of a monster himself. He even became known as the Demogorg, the God Eater.
If this is a cautionary tale, your timing could use some work. Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
do not realize the trouble you are in, friend. Your time has come. Return to your mother. The advantage is mine.
The Elder Gods are clearly aware of Lilith's efforts. These beasts may look like her children, but they're only illusions meant to test your skills.
I am impressed. You are unprepared. This shall be of great help. Pathetic. As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me.
Marie Idaki 19. I want to see some more kills.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra training in. And with live targets, too.
Walk in the light. The advantage is mine. Let us see if they have an answer for this. Now that was something.
If that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will. Good work, Hunter.
This looks like a place.
With Atum's help, you shouldn't have any trouble uncovering the more elusive elements hidden throughout the grounds. Why don't you try out his blessing on that stone over there?
sees our path.
Marie Idaki 1989 says, "This forest is creepy."
Autumn reveals all. Something terrible happened here. This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
They came all the way from Transia with the Abbey to help a group they had never met?
You may not believe it, but I'm sure you would have done the same. Isn't that why the Sons are here today? Aside from that, your mother and Sarah both saw the signs of Chthon's influence. They knew there was more happening in Salem than the persecution of witches.
Chthon's corruption had taken root in the New World just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the Moon Seals to the Knights of Wondercore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the Moon Seal?
After the trials, the Moon Seal vanished, along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind.
Tell me about Hiram Shaw.
By all accounts, as I understand it, he was a largely unsuccessful minister before his arrival at Salem, traveling from place to place, swindling whatever followers he managed to gain before being run out of town. To think that a simple man like Shaw finding a piece of the Darkhold was enough to set all of this in motion, it puts things in perspective.
What do you know about my father?
That's not an easy question, dear. What would you like to know? Was he a good man? Yes, I think he was. Your mother loved him dearly, and he doted over her. I think for a time she forgot who she was, where she came from. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. She and Sarah both deserve to find something more than just another fight with Chthon. Lilith did. Sarah didn't. At least, not for a while longer still. I honestly think that's the only thing she ever had against him, blood or not. Until we speak again.
This must be Shaw's study. Oster smiles upon me. Must not be her purpose. Autumn thinks otherwise.
If it was here, Autumn would show me. The goddess disagrees.
VrKingdom says, how TF they have Saprof X Terra card X.X. Marie Idaki 1989 says, I have no idea.
The ward is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool.
The gods are fickle.
Autumn must not see it that way.
It's always good to see
Wanda
you.
ever make it to this place?
I suspect she did. But if she discovered something, she didn't tell me. Goodbye, for now.
There must not be anything here. The son of Gaia approves.
Intriguing.
VrKingdom says, demon butt. Marie Idaki 1989 says, haha. Marie Idaki 1989 says, it looks like Cell's tail. Marie Idaki 1989 says, did you eat dinner? Marie Idaki 1989 says, I can't believe it's a demon but though. Marie Idaki 1989 says, I'm glad you're streaming though smiling face with smiling eyes. VrKingdom says, streaming demon but lol. Marie Idaki 1989 says, yup lol. Marie Idaki 1989 says, love the up close and personal.
The goddess must be busy. Autumn does not answer. Autumn, show me the way. She believes in our purpose. I need to find the next moon seal.
Marie Idaki 1989 says, that was cool.
If I remember correctly, this is the grave of Will Walker, a notoriously vicious but effective vampire hunter. Blade would have liked him.
If it was here, Autumn would show me. Autumn be praised. Autumn reveals all. Autumn be praised. This is which sign? Autumn thinks otherwise. She does not see it happening. He sees our path.
did not work.
Marie Idaki 1989 says, those were runes.
Autumn, show me the way.
VrKingdom says, I don't know what they correlate he to.
The son of Gaia approves.
What have you been doing, Ebony?
Marie Idaki 1989 says, guess we'll never know lol it looked like
Autumn
what's
must
on
not see
Miljaner.
it that way.
Autumn be praised.
VrKingdom says, could be Asgardian.
I remember when I used to go out on these missions myself. At least I can always rely on...
Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Of course not, Doctor. The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope?
I've found something on
Marie
the Abbey
Idaki
grounds that I think you should
says,
see.
It's Asgardian rocks,
Oh,
lol.
sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way.
Marie Idaki 1989 says, just got home safe from my friend's
avoid
house.
venturing this far from the Abbey, especially at night. It makes Tony nervous, you see. Not of me. I'm concerned about your
Marie
personal
Idaki
well-being,
1989
Dr.
says, also it's cold outside.
I think he's actually more afraid of what might happen to my side of the forge without proper supervision. Which, to be fair, is a valid concern. And in most cases, I'm perfectly content to bide my time studying safely indoors. But I'm sure there's nothing to fear with you by my side, Hunter. I'm following. You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
We thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the Sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
I think most of us see a ward and assume Doctor Strange is involved.
While wards certainly are my forte, I'm afraid I can't take credit for this particular spell.
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient. You go on, Hunter. I'd like to study this area a bit more.
One of my old high school friends was watching us fight Hydra.
Something on your mind?
I have
The
heard
way
that
I
Wanda's
understand
power
it,
comes
as
from
a child,
Chthon.
Wanda and her... Within that mountain, the dark god Chthon had long been imprisoned, his corruptive influence an ongoing threat to the people of Transia.
And Wanda was affected?
Whether Chthon reached out to Wanda, or he found her by chance, I can't say. But Wanda was blessed or cursed by Chthon, touched by the power of chaos magic. While he had hoped to make her some sort of acolyte, She proved to be more capable than even he foresaw.
What can you tell me about Chthon?
One of the first Elder Gods, Chthon is said to have existed for tens of millions of years, well before the dawn of humanity on Earth. Believe it or not, he wasn't always the bastion of evil that we know today.
This story sounds familiar.
As the legend goes, the downfall of the old gods was actually brought upon by Chthon's brother Set, who found that by consuming his siblings, he could gain their power. After Set consumed Hypus, Chthon followed suit with the others, and in this way, many of the first gods also became the first demons.
And how did he come to be imprisoned on Earth?
In the same way Hydra has worked to restore Lilith, various cultists of the past sought to revive Chthon to wield his power. When Chthon failed to cooperate, these same cultists did the only thing they could. They locked him away again.
What do you know about Transia?
Transia is your ancestral homeland, Hunter. The birthplace of Lilith and Caretaker. It has always been a sort of magical junction, drawing in every type of occultist, sorcerer, and even the occasional Elder God. The Abbey grounds still behave in much the same way, even after all this time.
And Wundagore?
Wundagore Mountain has always played a prominent role in whatever scheme was underway. Chthon himself is said to have created the Darkhold, deep within the caverns of the mountain.
What was Caretaker like when she was younger?
I'm sure it's difficult to remember now, but Sarah wasn't always the steadfast contrarian. In our younger days, she was much more enthusiastic about dashing off to save the day, not unlike some of our younger allies among the Suns.
That does not sound like the Caretaker we know and love.
Keep in mind, Hunter, Sarah has faced a great deal of loss in her time here. Everyone she ever cared about, in fact. I would say she's earned the right to be disagreeable, at the very least. She is a very strong woman. I'm not sure I would have held up as well given the same circumstances.
Who were the Knights of Wundagore?
Another mysterious group of heroes in a world full of mysterious groups. Of course, I'm no expert on Transian history. I do know that the Knights of Wundagore were formed as a response to the growing threat of Chthon's influence near the mountain.
What exactly did they do?
Hydra was hardly the first to dabble in chthonic schemes. Many have tried and failed to awaken the Dark God. Over the centuries, the Knights fought alongside a number of allies who stood against the various crazed worshippers of Chthon.
You were there? At the witch trials?
Not initially, no. If I had been, I like to think I could have stopped them before it was too late. I sensed something was wrong, and when the witches cried out in distress, I came to Salem as quickly as I could.
But Shah had already committed his crimes against them?
Yes. It was a devastating discovery.
But you see now it was not your fault.
I've come to understand that we must accept the past and move on.
I know that feeling all too well.
I know. And I wish you didn't, dear. I really...
Marie Idaki 1989 says, love the cut off LOL. VrKingdom says, yeah, my brain is getting tired of that yap LOL.
Hey, Charlie
Marie
Warley
Idaki
Puppy
1989 says, I feel you, I started spacing out.
Does not seem right to intrude in their space. What is it, Charlie? Find something? I would not like it if they tried that on my room. Something tells me they would not appreciate that. It is doubtful there is anything hidden in the barracks. Does not seem right to intrude in their space. I would not like it if they tried that on my room. Something tells me they would not appreciate that. She does not see it happening.
Don't tell anyone, but I forgot what the mission objective was. But I'm sure glad it seems like we accomplished it.
Autumn does not answer.
Well met.
The goddess disagrees. There must not be anything here. The gods are fickle. Autumn thinks otherwise. Autumn does not answer. Must not be her purview. There must not be anything here. Curious. What is this? Ah, I see. That is something.
If it was here, Autumn would show me. Autumn must not see it that way. I had some.
Sure, let's
VrKingdom says, I'ma call it for nows. VrKingdom says, hope you'll enjoyed. I'm Offni Ait. Marie Idaki 1989 says, okay TTYL get some rest. VrKing.